Hi, Alex. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Rewritten, the show where two friends in the 40s chat all the stuff you probably think about, but you don't always say it out loud.
And maybe you shouldn't either. Lisa and I have known each other for over 30 years, so we definitely do speak the truth all the time. We work on ourselves, but we still haven't figured it all out, although I would say that I have got it figured out, every little bit of life. But we're not scared to talk about the shit we ain't got together, are we, Lisa?
No, we're not. You sounded like a proper news reader then.
What did I?
Honestly, that was so good. I feel like you should be on the telly.
Oh, yeah, I do think I should.
You did. The morning TV that we used to watch and they're introducing stuff. That is you were so good at that. That was dead good.
Yeah, I'm a pro now.
Anyway, yeah, it's just us, no pretending, just real talk, hopefully some laughs along the way. And every week we'll be sharing our fuck it moment, which in truth has been a little bit lame. It's been a little bit lame, but we've done them, haven't we?
Well, yeah, we do scrape the barrel for them though. But anyway, whatever happens with our fuck it moments, I think everybody can think of this like a weekly catch up with just two best friends who aren't afraid to ask big questions or ridiculous ones or even give our opinion on the world. But it is our opinion. Please remember that. We don't intend to offend, although we probably will.
I think it's really hard to not offend somebody along the way. I was talking about this actually yesterday with somebody, and they were saying, you know what,
Who?
some people.
Who the fuck are you talking?
But they were saying, you know what, some people might not like me, and that's all right. And I was like, yeah. And then I thought, you know what, I am learning to try and be all right with that, because I think it's really difficult, to know somebody doesn't like you when you're a chronic people pleaser is really hard. But actually, I'm really trying to learn and think it's okay, because some people just don't get on. They're just different, and that's all right. Do you know what I mean?
I do say things like, well, I don't care, but I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do care. I think I'm more and more, as I get older, coming to terms with, not that I don't care if people don't like me, but I'm not going to try and make them like me. Do you know what I mean?
I think naturally. Do you think it's a natural state, when you get older, that happens? Because I'm not as bothered. I don't try and make people that don't like me. I just don't hang around with them. I don't I used to hang around with people, I think, that didn't like me.
But also, I have this realization. It's funny, we should be having this conversation actually, because the other day, I don't know what I was doing now. I think I was just having a walk with the dog or something. And I thought to myself, it sounds ridiculous out loud, but I thought to myself, oh, I reckon I'm quite a good, cool mum. I bet my kids' friends really like me. And then I thought, oh, why would I think that? I remember my mum and dad having several friends that I really despised. Really despised instantly.
Yeah. You know what? My mum always had such dodgy friends. Honestly, I remember them for certain things, but I remember a friend that she had that always had holes in her tights. Do you know what?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about somebody. I've always been this way. I do take thankfully 99% of people that I come across, I'm either just like, yeah, they're all right, or I like them. But there's just a small percentage, and instantly I don't like them. And I'm not really sure why, but I'm always proved right. Always.
You know what? My dog teaches me a lot in this, right? So, no, I feel like we should learn more from dogs in stuff like this and know that it's all right. So when I walk George, right, he's quite laid back and chill, just takes his time sniffing about, and he'll just walk past some other dogs, and other dogs he'll want to go and play with. And then other dogs, there's one around the corner, and they hate each other. They literally know from such a big distance that they don't like each other, and they'll have a bark at each other. And I think, you know what? It just shows energy is different around different people. So there is some people you can walk into a room and it's like you can literally think, oh, they look nice, as in not by their appearance or anything like that. They just have or give off this like nice energy. And then there's other people and you think, oh, I won't be going near them. You can.
Well, this is a good time to start the talk, isn't it? Because we have a lot of them near me where I walk in and think, oh.
Do you?
Yeah, but it
A
is
lot
a
of them.
it is a face value thing, and it brings us into today's chat, doesn't it? And before we just carry on with today's
see what
chat,
I mean? You're such a good presenter.
I am. But well, before we go into today's chat, we're just going to say Lisa and I have got a massively busy September, so we're going to be taking a little bit of a break after this episode. We are going to be back second week in October with more crap to talk about, basically, that you're going to love. Anyway, yeah, people who I don't like. I don't like plastic people.
What in general? What would you class then as that?
So
because that's a bold statement to make.
I know, and I am being hyperbolic with it, right? I am being a little bit exaggerating with it because I like that word. Because I'm not, obviously there are many people in my life nowadays that have had some work done or some surgery done. But I mean, sometimes you bump into somebody and you just literally don't know what they used to look like. Like they've got a duck ass as lips that's like massive and like
yeah. I feel like you probably see a lot more lips in your area than I do in my area.
I do see a lot more lips. And you know what? I know people who've said, I'm just going to have a bit. You can tell. I know. You can sniff that Botox and that filler, baby. And I know you've had it.
I do get that. And I feel like, right, so for me, I genuinely think anything like this is down to choice. And I do. And I think people have all sorts of stuff done, all for different reasons. And I think anybody that wants to have something done and it's safe, why not? If it makes you feel confident or helps with something that's been bothering you for a long time, then I think it's a really, really good thing to do. I think what makes me sad, you are.
One of my friends has just had a boobs done, and literally she went from nothing. Oh, that was a loud noise, Lise. Nothing.
Oh, sorry, it was my pen. Sorry.
Nothing.
Pen there.
And I'm telling you what she would say. I'm not going to name her, obviously, but she went from nothing on her chest to now she's got a nice, nothing over the top. She's not got two basketballs in there, just a nice pair of boobs. And honestly, it's what she's always wanted. And I think surgery like that, if it makes you, like you've just said, makes you confident, makes you feel better, enhances your life, I think it's okay. I think other things like, I've got a birthmark on my leg. It's been there my whole life. It's dark brown. I've hated it from being old enough to be bullied about it. And that's why I hated it, by the way. Arseholes, whoever you are, don't care that much anymore. Look who's laughing now. But I knew a boy, and you knew the same boy, who had the same birthmark right on his face. And he chose to get it removed. And I remember being so jealous because I wanted it removed off my leg. But I'm glad I haven't now. I'm really glad I haven't now. But I think, again, if it's something that makes you feel or it affects your life negatively, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, I think things like that are okay too.
Yeah, I agree. And I think what makes me quite sad is seeing really young people doing stuff. Like, personally, I actually believe there should be an age limit on it, and I think it should be like 30. Not
I
like
think it should be older, 35.
Honestly, I think it just makes me so sad to see young people feel it. And I think it comes down to insecurity and what we see on our TV screens and social media and
social pressures.
Yeah, I really do. And I just think at 20, like if people are having Botox and wrinkle, like I
And the teeth veneered.
yeah. See, teeth, I am a big one. I think if it makes you feel better, then absolutely. So I've got really, really crooked bottom teeth. And if it was an easy fix, I'd have absolutely had it done. Like, and I would have gone and had it done. Now, my two top teeth, I had veneers.
I've got two veneers there and there next to my two top teeth forever.
Well, yeah, I had veneers, and I'm too clumsy me with stuff. I'm not good with veneers because I think I'll just bite this and I chipped it. So I had two crowns on my front two teeth. Already had issues about feeling goofy. It was something that I used to get called when I was a kid, was goofy. So it's been a massive, massive thing for me. Then I was poor for so long, right? So I couldn't get like these crowns changed, and there was original, and you used to be able to see like the black around the crown.
Yeah, where the kind of the filler goes.
Yeah, and I look back at it and I hated it, but it stopped me smiling. I wasn't a confident smiler. All my old pictures are like this, like where my mouth is closed, and like for me, I feel like I just look a bit simple doing that.
Nobody wants to look simple.
Yeah, so it was a big, big thing. And I think depending on my mindset at times, like had I been younger, I might have gone, oh, fuck it, I'll go to Turkey and have like all my top teeth done and all my bottom teeth. And that, I believe, is something that I may have regretted because I'm not a lover of how that looks.
Yeah, turkey teeth are a big deal, aren't they?
Yeah, and I've waited and waited, and then I ended up getting I went and had like quotes. Honestly, it was a fortune what they wanted to do. They wanted to put pins in and straighten my top teeth so they match get my bottom teeth. It would have been a good few years and cost a fortune. Anyway, in the end, I just changed my two crowns. And while I was there, the woman actually said to me, she was like, what we'd do is if you just change your crowns and had a tiny little bit of Botox there, it would drop your top lip
under a nose, under Lisa's nose.
Yeah, sorry. Just under my nose, it would drop my top lip and it would like get rid of that gummy where you can see the top.
Right.
And for me, it has been the best thing ever.
You see,
absolutely
and I think you've had that done for a very good reason, for making you feel better. And maybe everybody has it done for the same reason. Maybe everybody wants it to feel better, and that's fine. And I guess then I shouldn't be so judgmental, but I am. I had my two veneers done. I've had them in since I was 13 years old, and both of them have only been changed once. And the reason one's like a half a crown, not as in the money, but one's a half crown, the other one's a veneer cap. And then it's like I had them done because I never grew the flat incisor teeth next to my two front ones. You probably remember that. I had them braced to bring my front teeth together because there were a gap, all the others together. And then because my canines were next to my front too, they filed them down a bit and put me some incisor looking teeth on. So again, that was to normalise, and I do that in air commas, normalise my face.
For you,
it was a big deal.
Because when you said normalise, was it something that for you?
Well, I didn't like the gap in my teeth, and I didn't like how my teeth looked. And I know you always comment on it. I know I've got a big smile, and my smile's quite a bit
beautiful
deeper.
teeth. Yeah.
So for me, I think if I hadn't had that done, I would have probably gone through some of the things you've just described. Yeah. I didn't, because I had it done as a kid as part of, you know what I mean? But I do think it would have affected me.
Well, even back then, I remember having, I went to the dentist and they told me that I needed a top brace and a bottom fixed brace, and there was no way I was having it. So I used to have like a removable one. So I just removed it all the time and I think I have always been quite vain. And this is why, like, my mum used to say to me when I was really little, I could not walk past a shop window without looking at myself in it. She has always said I've been really vain. And when I think about it, I think I am.
Yeah, but you know what? Isn't that ironic, though, that you've been vain, but you weren't vain enough to see into the future to wear the braces?
Yeah, because I've always lived in the now, Alex, as well.
Yeah, I've always been a mindful vain person.
Yeah, I've always been in the moment. But yeah, I think I am.
I think There's somebody who goes to my husband's gym, and honestly, I've never seen boobs like she's had done. I don't know how she carries them around. When I said before about my friend having new boobs and them not being like basketballs, I meant her boobs, this other woman's boobs. I swear, I promise you, each one is the size of a head.
Wow. And they're not real, like you.
No, definitely not. They're massive.
I used
She's
to.
tiny. She's a tiny, tiny little frame of a woman, short in stature, but also very petite. She's got the tiniest waist, and these boobs are humongous. Like, they're
And
just
when you
too
say
much
you
for any
see him,
one
is that because
person.
she likes to like show them off? And
I think she's on OnlyFans, from what I've heard.
oh, right, right. Yeah, there's a lot of boobs on there.
Yeah, I think she's on OnlyFans. So
Um,
what do we consider, right, to be accept? Because there'd have been a time where people would have said having your teeth braced was cosmetic. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and now that's just something people do. Having the turkey teeth, the veneers, that's not really considered changing yourself now.
I
What
feel
is?
like it's really difficult because you know, like something like the turkey teeth, and everybody laughs at them and they're like, "Oh, you got your turkey teeth," or whatever. It's like a thing, isn't it? But I genuinely believe that people have gone to do that because they have been insecure about their teeth, and because it's so expensive or hard to do over here, and
Yeah.
you go in somewhere like that's been, I suppose it's like they've been recommended off a friend, haven't they? So people are going because it's cheaper, but
Yeah.
not necessarily checking out all like the safety aspects and things like that, because there's been some disasters, haven't there, abroad with people having things done. But I genuinely believe that it all starts out from some people being insecure about their features.
My cousin has had hers done in Turkey, and she hadn't done before she got married. And honestly, it's changed her life, right, in a positive way. And the
Yeah.
reason it's changed her life is, and honestly, personally, I think she looked better before. I personally think
Yeah,
she
yeah.
did. But that's just because I'm used to 40 odd years of seeing her that way. But her natural teeth used to crumble, just crumble. And then, so she
I have
wanted them doing.
nightmares about that. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you ever have the crumbling?
I think was born with a deficiency, but she's had them done. And honestly, I mean, she's never stopped, literally never stopped smiling since she had them done. So that's
Oh,
made her life happy. So
yeah.
part of me thinks that I've got no right judging and commenting. Like, you don't really know the story. I saw a woman actually locally to me. I say a woman, a young girl, and honestly, she had a cup of coffee and her lips were that big. She couldn't drink the coffee out of a cup, but she had to have a straw.
She might have just had them done.
They were massive.
I
They
feel
were
like you could fall into the trap really easily, you
What of
know.
having a bit and a bit and
Oh
a bit.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because when, like, if I was to self like think about things now and things that I would like, I'd be like, well, I might like a bigger top lip. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like people maybe tiptoe in a little bit and go, well, I'll just have a little bit, and then I'll just have a little bit here, and I'll just have a little bit there, and then they perhaps don't realize how much they're having. And I know somebody that well known in the media, like Katie Price, for her surgery, and she talks really openly about it. I've seen her on a few podcasts, and she's like, yeah, I've not really dealt with this yet, because she always says that she does not feel pretty or nice, and she never has. She says, I know a camera loves me. I know I'm good at it. I can work a camera better than any young 20-year-old out there. Like, it loves me. I can work it. I'm brilliant at it. But when I am sat there, I never, ever, ever feel pretty. And I
That's
never
so
have
sad.
done. And that's what I mean. And it is so, so sad, because she has had so much done. And in a way to feel better about herself. And she'll
But do you
openly
think
say, I've not.
I don't know if it works then, because do you feel better about it? You're still the same person inside, doubting yourself. I think you've got to
Yeah.
deal with the inside, and like, Can you
Yeah.
have it? Would you dip your toe in with anything? If you could choose to dip your toe in and have one thing done and think, yeah, that'd be acceptable, would you pick
Yeah,
anything?
yeah, definitely. And I think this is because of my vanity, right? So, yeah, because I'm really proud of my age, right? I am 45. I was absolutely gobsmacked actually that my next birthday is 46. I couldn't
Oh,
believe
you know
it.
what? I was stood somewhere yesterday thinking about you, and I actually thought, oh my God, it was more shocking that you're turning 36 than I'm turning
Oh,
48. I thought,
36, thanks.
oh my God, Lisa's going to be 46 next month.
Yeah, 46.
Wow.
And it really, like, we have done this a lot, haven't we? Like, we'll go, can you believe we're like 40-odd-year-old women? Like, I cannot believe it because my impression of a 40-year-old woman was not how I see me or how I see you
No.
or how I see anybody else in like. And I saw a post the other day of somebody saying, like, oh my God, I saw like this really old guy and then realized I'd gone to school with him, or, like, and I'm like, do we see ourselves differently? But I'm very proud of my age and I wouldn't want to change my age at all. But then I'm also absolutely terrified of looking my age, right? So when people say to me, and we do live in a world where people talk to us and say, oh my God, wow, you look so young for your age, or I love in the right place telling people I'm a grandma, right? And then they're like, what? And that for me is a massive ego boost of somebody saying, oh my God, you don't look your age. And I find it a really hard place to be because we should be proud of our ages and we should be growing old gracefully and all of these things. Yet, like, what's wrong with looking your age? There shouldn't be anything wrong with looking your age.
There's all
But
that thing, isn't there, about Sarah Jessica Parker and other women who have allowed themselves to age naturally, and they get so criticised for just looking like a 50-odd-year-old woman.
Pamela Anderson, she
Yeah, and
got
she looks
so much
beautiful.
criticism for not wearing makeup.
Yeah,
Like,
like, yeah, get a grip.
and she's
And I think,
beautiful, but our vision, I feel like we have changed. Like, I know I've changed. Right. A really good example, yeah, the other day is I saw a post and it's really stuck with me. And it basically was a family picture, right? And it said on the top of it, this picture is not filtered, right?
yeah,
Straight away, I looked into this picture, right? Had a little bit of a zoom. So basically, the picture was saying, like, straight away your brain goes into detective mode, looking for flaws, looking to see what's wrong, because they have said this picture is not filtered. So our brains go to find what's wrong with the picture. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? And then it turns out on this picture they'd done it as a bit of a joke, like half the man's body had been like removed from the picture. So, but yeah, I just thought it was really, really powerful that they showed it like that. And because it made me think, oh my God, yeah, I have read that. And the first thing I've done, and
Just
I
try to
wouldn't
prove it
think I
wrong.
was that type of person. Do you know what I mean? I got really outed in that moment of like, oh, look at
Out
you.
yourself.
Yeah, I was
What would you
looking
do
for
then
what
if it
was
was
wrong.
you? If you were going to have some surgery, and you were allowed one bit of surgery, there was never going to be a negative consequence. What one thing would you
Oh
have
my
done?
God, I've not even thought of this. Right, I'll tell you what I'd do. Firstly, I've had my nose, like, so I've not had my nose done, but I've had filler in my nose here because I used to have a massive lump in my nose.
Right.
I can't believe I forgot about this. So this is like coming out. So I hated that lump. I used to get called like names like bird beak or whatever because of this lump in my nose. Every picture. And you know what? Hardly anybody has ever noticed that I've had this filler in my nose. And I didn't want a nose job because I'm too vain and I'd have black eyes for ages and I didn't want to. I didn't want that. Turns out when they put the filler in my nose, it gave me a black eye anyway.
You did have a bruise, didn't you? Yeah.
It was massive. It swelled up. But I don't, for those that you can see, it because it's filler, it will kind of like, I'd
You
have
have
to
to have
keep
it
on
topped up
top of
every now and
it.
again.
Yeah, like every couple of years or something.
You
I
keep
don't
wicking
know.
your mic.
Sorry. I'm a fidget. I have ADHD, guys. I don't sit still. We'll have to deal with it.
So what would you have done?
Oh, I'd have had, if there were no consequences, I'd have my boobs done, 100%. Always wanted a boob job when I was younger.
Bigger boobs.
Well, just, yeah, more. So, like, when I lay down, I still had boobs.
I think it's normal for them to fall a bit when you lie down, you know. Gravity does do that.
And then again, I think that, and I've actually learned to be more happy with, like, more in love with my body. It has been like something that I've been practicing because I'm not comfortable naked either.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit like that though.
I've been like, not for a while, but I remember going through a phase of like getting out of the bath and trying to air dry and put my makeup on naked and stuff, because I would literally get out, cover myself up, then get dressed. Like, I've just not been a comfortable naked person.
No.
So, and I think all my family had big boobs when I was growing up, and my grandma we used to go for meals, and my grandma would look at me and she'd be like, I think it's because you were vegetarian when you were going through puberty. And I'd be like, what? And she'd be like, your boobs, like, you're the only one without any, aren't you? So, like, I always felt like that I needed to have them. Then I worked in the pub, and people with boobs got tips and stuff. And then I wanted to be a page free. But actually, I don't mind that I've not got. Well, actually, they seem to have
I think you
grown.
have got boobs.
Well, there's padding and stuff now, and like, I don't mind. So maybe I wouldn't have my boobs done.
I'd
But
have my eyelids done, Lise.
I like them. What?
I'd have these massive eyelids. Honest to God, they are. I'm going to have eyes. You know, when camels have 2 layers of eyelids in the desert?
Yeah.
That'll be me when I'm 65.
Yeah, but look, Matt, look, at least you've got eyelids. Where are mine?
Well, no, forget that. Like, mine are so saggy. Look at them, right? They literally hang over the eye. They hang. I have to walk around with my eyes raised like this. I do, so that I'll either look permanently in shock or like I'm on crack. That's how I look.
No, you don't. You don't. I think you've got lovely eyelids. Like, I can even once, and I've always had like no eyelids really.
No,
but once when Olivia were practicing makeup,
I like a stroke with mine.
You probably have you. But when Olivia was practicing makeup as a really young teenager, I caught her Googling how to do eye makeup on old people. And I was in my 30s, guys. I was in my 30s.
I don't even need any eye makeup because my top eyelid covers up where I've put it, so there's no point.
No, I'm good. But no, I think yeah, but I do feel all right, to be honest. But I'll definitely, as I get older, I'm not going to lie, I will have probably tweaks here and there to make myself feel better, because I just think I will, but I won't tell you.
Well, I'd know if you had loads anyway. I'd be able to tell, honestly. But
yeah, you would.
If you had loads, I would. I do think I might have to have something either in my forehead to pull my eyebrows up so my eyelids don't look as saggy, or have that surgery where I have some eyelid removed. And I have looked into this.
Do you do that thing like I do?
When you pull your face back in your neck.
Yeah, and it so annoys myself, and I think, oh, I could do with a facelift now. But like, as soon as I do it, I think, oh, I can't believe that I'm older now. And it's a gradual process of, obviously, my face is sagging, like my face sagging. So I'll just tweak there, look at that.
Yeah, well, look at these eyelids. Watch, Lise, watch. I'm going to prove to you my point. Watch.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bit.
Yeah, like, look
at her, look.
Gels. Look, I'm getting, the closer I come to the screen, the more you can see.
Like, so to be honest with you, I'm not over bothered. I'm not. It's not something I'll definitely have done. I've never had Botox. Sam, my husband, would go mad if I had Botox, and he knew.
Well, you know what, right? I thought this would come up. and I was actually sat on the toilet thinking about this before, right? We were doing this, and I thought, isn't it crazy, right? And women just cannot win, right? Oh no, we don't want your hairy arms that naturally grow, and we don't want your hairy legs or your hairy fannies or your hairy mustaches. You can get rid of all that. Oh, hang on a minute. we like a boob job, and we like, or they don't want you to wear makeup, or you don't want Botox, or do you know what I mean? Like, how is a woman well, I'll tell you, they're supposed to win like that. Fuck off.
Yeah, that was a double V that she flicked. Sorry, 1 second. I'm doing podcast.
Why does he want to get in again?
No, it's able.
Oh.
It's
Made an
able.
appearance and that's it now.
No, it's able. So I mean, Sam would not be happy. And also, this is what I want to add to this conversation. The majority of men that I speak to say they prefer a woman who hasn't had facial surgery or Botox.
And they do. But I find this as well, like, when you look at pictures on social media of the women that have had all this done, the majority of the people that are liking and loving these posts are male. So is it that males maybe like to look but wouldn't want to be with somebody like that, but they like to look at somebody like that? Do you know what I mean?
It's hard to say, isn't it?
Because you can see,
right,
I can see, like, when you've been on holiday or you're away or on the television, and there's these younger women and they've got like what we would call these perfect bodies of, you know, like the boobs and the bellies and the bums are all really nice. And I can see and think, wow, that looks.
But if Rob did it, we'd poke his eyes out.
Yeah, he's not allowed to look. Just look at the floor. Look at the floor.
Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't help look yourself. So we can see what is like that. But then, yeah, I just think we can't win. I think it's a minefield. I think there's so much judgment, and I think it's like, oh yeah, people want you to age naturally, partners want you to age naturally, friends, but then also it's like, oh my god, wow, have you seen such a body? They've aged. Like, yeah, we cannot win. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I think it's your face, your body, your choice. Go to people that are safe. And
so I've got a different opinion on this, so just slightly different now, just down a different road. So I'll tell you what pisses me off: the number of people who are prepared to spend, it's their money, they can do what the hell they want with it, but spend money on making themselves look younger while still smoking, still drinking, still overweight, or maybe they're taking Manjaro now, I don't know. But basically, they won't invest in real self-care, whether that be fitness, whether it be going to a retreat, whatever it is. I don't think making yourself look aesthetically pleasing on the outside is necessarily self-care, personally.
Oh no, I wouldn't put it as self-care. I don't think anything like fillers, Botox, I would not class any of it as self-care.
We don't actually know what we're putting in either, do we?
No, we don't. We definitely don't. I know this is why Rob couldn't believe it, right? So I was, and I am, very against like the COVID vaccine, as if anyone's listened to that episode, conspiracy theory one, go listen to it because you'll hear our opinions on that. But yeah, I was very against that. But then not long after, I was like, oh, I've found this new treatment and I can have filler in my nose and it can straighten it and I don't have to go through surgery. And he was like, what? Like, why would you do that? You won't have something like that. And I'm like, well, no, that's in my bloodstream. That's like, but do you know what I mean? I went to.
But it still does probably go in your bloodstream, doesn't it?
I made sure I went to a qualified nurse that did it. And she taught me through it and everything. But yeah, he couldn't believe that I would have something like that, but I wouldn't have the vaccine.
So you'd have it done for vanity, but not for.
Well, no, because if they were saying have this vaccine, like, no, I feel like it's a completely different thing. It's a completely different thing. I did not want the vaccine because there were so many other reasons, and that's what I tried explaining to Rob. It was like, again, about choice. I didn't want to feel like forced to have something. I didn't know what the ingredients were. You can find the ingredients. Do I know the ingredients of my filler? Absolutely not. I didn't even look, if I'm honest.
And you care?
Well, no.
There wasn't a big claim. There's not a big claim being made about filler, is there? That it's going to protect you from disease and blah blah.
Well, no, that's it. And it was my choice. And for me, I felt like it wasn't going into my bloodstream in any way. Do you know what I mean? But then does it?
Probably.
I know. So yeah, but all my thing was always about choice.
Well, so does hair dye. Do you know what I mean? We have our hair dyed. That goes into your bloodstream because it absorbs in through your skin. So
yeah,
I think there's always going to be risk than you do.
I'm going to ask you actually, because I didn't. But what if money wasn't an option and anything else? Would you have anything? Is there anything apart
Just
from
my
your eyes?
eyelids.
Just
Honestly, just my eyelids. Yeah, there's not anything on my body that I'd want to change. I'm quite happy to age. I think I look after my body really, really well. I've been gifted with quite a good set of boobs, which thankfully are still in the right place.
Yeah.
Even after children, I don't feel like I need to change anything. And any work I do on myself to improve my body is also to improve my health. So like I've got good muscle tone, I've got good body composition. So I don't feel like I need anything. Sometimes when I'm in certain friendship circles and I'm the only one who hasn't had any work done, I feel quite smug. Not the opposite. I feel a little bit like, you guys are younger than me and I still look pretty good for my age.
Yeah.
Or my other thought can sometimes be, you can't tell how old you are because you've had the work done. I think we might assume you're older than you are.
I think that happens a lot, actually. I saw this somewhere as well, as like when people have lots of Botox or fillers done or whatever, that like people are saying to them, like, you don't actually look younger, you look your age, but with Botox or fillers. Like, so people,
Yeah, and I think some people do look better, you know. I think they do. I think, you know, not having certain wrinkles and lines, it does make you look better because of your confidence that you ooze in not having that. So that goes back to what we were saying before.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
genuinely, there's not. I don't see the need to have those little tram lines taken out of my forehead, or it's just my eyelids. And the reason is, I think, because I saw my dad's saggy eyelids and other people in my family, and I think, oh, am I going to get them? So it's just a bit of a
yeah.
But I'm not,
I feel like,
but then again, you know, like I say, I'll go back to hair dye. I keep my hair vibrantly red and a different colour so that I look younger. So am I any different, really? I don't know.
yeah. So you do that to look younger?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't want my
you?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want my grey to come through. I don't want to look at my. It's what you were saying before. I don't really want to look my age, and even if I do to other people, I don't think I look my age yet. So I'm going to carry on trying to not look my age.
It's so frustrating that, like,
And I'm proud of my age.
You are.
And I am very proud of my age.
Yeah.
I am really, really proud that on my next birthday, I know I've only just had this one in May, but
God, we're starting on it already.
I've been good, actually. But I can't believe that officially I am in my late 40s now. I am going, I will be 50 in 2 and a bit years.
Crazy, isn't it?
I
can't imagine. Like, I know as teenagers, we would have been like, oh my God. Like, I know we've had the conversations when we were younger. It's like, can you imagine when we're 50? Like, is this what you imagined? Like, what did you?
I thought I'd be old in a corner with a knitting needle. I'm pretty sure you and me talked about being in an old folks home together at 50.
No, not 50.
But no, seriously, I think I can imagine coming up to my 50th birthday, we will be laughing a lot.
Yeah.
At the fact that I'm nearly 50.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Like, my best friend will be 50. I honestly, it's crazy. My mum said to me the other day, right? She was like, oh my God, literally yesterday it was actually. She went, oh my God, Mandy, my friend, is 60. She was like, can you believe that she's 60? So she's younger than my mum. And I
Quite
was
cool,
like,
isn't it? Same sort of age gap,
why
really.
are you so shocked that your mate's 60, but you have a 45-year-old daughter? Like,
And a
what?
granddaughter and a
And a
great-granddaughter.
great-granddaughter, but she couldn't believe her mate was 60. It's
I think that's normal. I feel that's normal. Like, to each other, if we look at each other now, we probably see the same person we saw when we were 11.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's remind ourselves, we had about an 8-year gap where we didn't really see each other.
Yeah.
And then we saw each other online when first time you could video call. Do you
Yeah.
remember how old we both looked, like how grown up we both looked?
Yeah, just like adults. We just looked like adults. You know what? I don't know whether I might be a bit offended by this now, because I don't think I thought, oh my God, look, we look old or grown
Not
up.
old,
I just
grown
thought it was
up.
so
But
funny.
you came on with a glass of wine. I'll never forget it. A glass of wine and glasses on. And I've
Oh,
never seen you in glasses. And I remember thinking, oh my God, she's like a woman.
Oh no, I still think that though about people now. Like when I see people from school, some of them, and they look like men or women, and I'll go places, right? Even now, I'll walk into, there's a shop like this boutique in my village, and I love it. Get some really nice stuff, but perhaps older than me women do go in it, right? And then I'll go in and buy the odd thing, and I really like it. And I went in last, I was like, oh no, I can't wear that. It's too womany. And these 3 women looked at me and went, what do you mean? And I was like, no, it's too like womany. And I didn't understand why they didn't understand what I was trying to say, because in my head, I am not. So they obviously looked at me like I was a woman.
Because you are.
But I think I'm a girl. Like not a girl, but in my head. I remember getting on a bus once when I was like 20, and somebody said, oh, let this lady pass. And I thought, oh, I'd
I
gone from
remember
being
that
a
happening, you
girl
know,
to a
when somebody called me
lady.
a lady. And you're like furious that you've been called a lady for the first time.
Yeah, it just shocked me. I thought, oh, I'd like gone out of that age bracket, and now I've gone out of like that to like woman and what I think is a woman. Which is really fucked up thinking about it. Like, why am I so not? Oh no, that's womany. I feel like frumpy. When I say womany, I'm trying to not say frumpy.
So yeah, I get that. And I just think, I reckon everybody, will you email us, people, please, and tell us whether you feel
What a set of twats we had today.
whether you feel your age. Do you look in the mirror and still see your 20-odd-year-old self looking back at you physically? And if so, what is it? What do you think your friends, be honest, do you think your friends look older than you? Do you think people you see from school look older than you? What is it? I want to know if this is a thing, because I think the same, Lisa. I think you and me still look young, and all my friends who I've seen years later, people I see from school years later, I think, whoa, do I look as old as them? Must do.
I think as well, it depends who you hang around with, right? Because years ago, when I worked behind a bar, I went in, and I remember there was this old guy. He probably weren't that old now, but this older guy, and he was gobsmacked, absolutely gobsmacked. That was in my 20s, because he thought I was so much older. And that is because when I was going in, one, I had 2 children. Do you know what I mean? So like, I feel like he knew my circumstances like more than me. So he'd send me out with like my neighbours that I used to go out with, and they were like a good 15 years older than me. The people I used to speak to, I'd grown up in a pub, so I could hold like quite the more adult conversations, if that makes sense. And he was like, and everyone used to think I looked so much younger, but he didn't, which is weird because I remember it, because I was so offended that he thought I was looked so much older. And that was in my 20s. But
I think when I was younger, I used to be obsessed with looking younger. So in my 30s, I'd be finding all little lines and thinking, oh, I look so much
used to be
older.
really bad, actually.
Really bad. But now, honestly, genuinely, I'm 98% happy with how I look. And I feel that comes from being 98% happy inside.
Yeah.
I know I'm
Yeah, I
healthy.
agree.
I know I eat well. I know I
Yeah.
exercise. I know I do my mindfulness. I know I'm a good person. Do you know what I mean? And I think when you feel content and you're living properly, you're not drinking, you're not smoking, you're not partying till all hours. I'm not saying you shouldn't do any of those things
It
if you
definitely
do.
makes a difference, though.
It
Not
makes a difference
drinking
how you feel.
massively makes a
Yeah.
difference. Like you were saying before, you can tell people that have like had surgery done or whatever, and you do see some bodged up stuff.
Yeah.
And you can't not help but think, thank fuck I've not done that. Or
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? You do. But I'm so menopausal that I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I felt that earlier on. You were talking, and I thought she's losing track of what she's saying. But then I thought, well, maybe it's me that's losing track. 'Cause I've been like you all week.
I know it's been time of the month this week, and it makes a massive difference to me.
Oh, I've been
Like
the same.
just
I've been the same.
and more like just I can tell like just before, and I'm really because of everything I'm wearing, like Garmin's and Aura rings and all that. I'm more aware of how my body's working, I think, and I can tell just before. I'm usually quite strong in my week, but I'm just coming to the end, and then I get a little bit like
I've
don't
been the
know where I
same though.
am.
I lost my train ticket when I went to meet all them lot in Manchester the other week. I lost my train
Yeah.
ticket like 8 times.
Oh,
Like just silly things. So yeah, so I guess really what my message from this is now is we're getting older, we're menopausal. If you want to have some work done, fucking go and get it done and stop worrying about
yeah.
what we think.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think if it's going to make you feel better, then absolutely go for it. Do you know what I mean? We're in 2025 now. Like it's just one of them things, isn't it? More and more people are doing
My
it, and
fucking moment
people.
next week's going to be that, Lee. So I'll come back and I'll have duck ass lips. I'll have my eyelids done. And I'll have a new pair of boobs. That's my
Oh,
fucking
you're not
moment for
coming
next
out with
week.
me.
We're not so-
And I'll sit there all smug.
Come on, let's do our fucking moment. I've got to tell you my fucking moment actually. So this is the bit where we I don't even know what we do. Basically, we're brave. We just think, forget it, we're going to do it. It doesn't have to be big. It could be something really, really small. And in fact, mine ain't a fucking moment at all this week, but I still want to talk about it in this slot.
Go on then.
Oh, so do you remember a couple of episodes ago I was saying that in church I'd been brave and I'd just played a piece that I wasn't confident with?
Oh yeah.
Well, this Sunday I did exactly the opposite, and I did it with the fuck it moment in mind. So let me just explain, and then I think you'll see it is, even though it's an anti-fuck it moment, it still is one. So I'd practiced for a few nights this left-hand part on this hymn. Now I can play it without moving my left hand in a really basic way, and it sounds all right, but I'm working really hard at the minute to improve my left hand playing. So I'm doing more technical work, and I've got this piece quite right, left, right, and pedals, everything. And I was sat there and I just felt not right. Like I'd played the first song and it just wasn't as good as it usually was. And I thought, I'm going to mess this up and it's going to knock my confidence. And just at the moment I was going to play it, I thought, fuck it, I'm not.
That is still a fuck it moment, and I think that's good.
Yeah, so I wanted to show people how actually you don't have to be brave. I went backwards. I went into my comfort zone. I did a fuck it. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good thing. Sorry, I was listening, but I was also trying to find, because I know we'd been emailed one, but then realised we hadn't. We'd been messaged it on Instagram. So
You found it?
Yeah, I've got it. So somebody messaged in and just said like they were loving the new podcast, just listen to the underwear episode. When are you guys doing Tough Mudder? I want to join. Wanted to do one for ages.
Oh,
And
I did see that. Yeah.
so we need to book that. We need to get one
Well,
booked.
I did have a look for it, but the date for Manchester changed, and I'm pretty sure it's like November or something.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I don't know if I
Right.
want to do it in November because I think it'd be more like Tough Icer instead of
Yeah.
Tough Mudder.
I know. It might be good though. I'd rather do. Oh yeah, no, ice wouldn't be good. Anyway, she also had a fuck it moment. So this is from Jen, and it's such a cool one. A fuck it moment this week. I saw an advert for firefighter recruitment in my area and thought, wow, that looks amazing. But nah, that's not something I could, stroke should do as a 34-year-old midwife, mum, etc. And then I thought, fuck it. Why not? So I'm going to a taste today. I'm scared, but you only live once. Who says things out for you? Only I decide what's for me. Eat.
Oh, love it.
What a cool fuck it moment is that? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. You'll be able to hear me, but you won't be able to see me because I've got a fucking delivery.
Oh, honest to God, right, a delivery again. I can't believe she did this. You need to say fucking stop buying shit.
Hi, thank you. It's all right.
That's what you need to do.
Here we go.
Oh, I can hear the delivery man.
Thank you. Cheers, Jack. Bye.
The delivery man is on our podcast, Lisa. She's not even back. Come on.
I've not been shopping. It's my cacao for my sound bath and work stuff.
Do you know the delivery man was just on our podcast talking?
Oh, Jack, I'll let him know.
Can't believe you know his name. Can't believe you know his name.
He introduced himself to me. He's the postman, actually, so he delivers letters as well as parcels.
Yeah, but mainly parcels to your house. That's what it is. Have you got a fuck it moment before we go? Have you thought, fuck it, no more shopping?
Yeah, I think that every single day in my life.
Will you act on it, especially on a Wednesday?
I did. This is work stuff, and it's even worse since Beth's been here because she's worse than me. But I am going to reintroduce a shopping ban to myself, so I'll let you know when I do that. But it's just not yet. But well, my fucking moment this week was actually right. So somebody messaged me. I went to like this networking event, and I've told Jana that I've decided that I'm going to be a millionaire somehow. So I've got to like go to these places where I can maybe mingle with other millionaires. I haven't met any yet though, but. So I thought I went to this networking event. Anyway, they were telling me about this like massive networking event that they're all going to in October, and they were saying how good it is, and it's like 2 days worth of speakers, inspirational talks, and like loads of stuff. It's meant to be dead fun anyway, and they invited me, and I was like, oh yeah, that would be really nice. And then I went home, and then one of the girls messaged me and was like, I'd really love it if you came on our table, because they'd bought a table. They're probably just trying to sell tickets, but I fell for it anyway. So she messaged and said it'd be dead good if you came. And I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Things like this made me really, really nervous. But then I thought, talks, I'm not sat having a sit down meal, am I? I'm going. And yeah, so it's a 2-day thing. I'm actually really scared, but I did think, fuck it, I'm just going to go. And then when I went,
fuck it so much that she actually double dated something she's supposed to be doing with me. But we'll talk about that another time.
I've told you, if it's not in my calendar, I do not go.
Can I just tell you that she's taken it out of her own calendar because she's turned the calendar that it was in off?
Yeah, but that's because I don't do that job anymore. So it needs to be in my new calendar, or else.
So we have an issue. She's caused an issue, but anyway, we'll sort that out.
I have caused an issue. Anyway, my fucking mum caused an issue. Go on, what?
Yeah, well, I was going to start then the podcast, but you're still saying your fucking moment caused an issue. It did.
Yeah, it did. That's it.
That is it, the end. So we are back in a few weeks' time. We hope you will join us. Thank you so much for listening. Please, while we're not here, don't forget about us. Keep emailing your fucking moments or stories that you want us to share. You can love the show, like the show, support us. Patreon.com/rewrittenpodcast. And our email address is rewrittenpoduk@gmail.com. Is that right?
Yes, it is. And I think I'm going to give us a little bit of a shout out for our own Instagrams as well, actually, because we put a lot of our stuff on
Well,
our
shall I put them on? You
personal.
ready? Do yours first.
Oh,
Is yours changed though?
no, it's just that I am. Oh, yeah,
your banner's different. We'll do. Can you edit your banner while I put mine on?
Well, you'll have to talk at the same time.
Right. So if you want to find me and my personal training business, I'm at Alex Walker Personal Training, and my website is www.alexwalkerpersonaltraining.com, and my Instagram is alex.walker.personal.training. I think. Is that right? I don't even know what mine is.
Yeah.
I don't even know what mine is. That's ridiculous. Why do I not know my own thing?
Because it's like 9,000 letters long.
Yeah, it is. Personal.training. Yeah, alex.walker.personal.training. Yeah.
Right. So mine is. Have I done it? Oh, have I done it? Right. So my Instagram is there. It's I_am_Lisa Jo. I have got a website, which is lisajo1.com. And on there you can find like stuff about this podcast, book onto sound baths, read my blogs that is just my brain farts basically. But yeah, come and follow us on our personal Instagrams, because Alex has got a lot of her fitness stuff on there. I'm shaking mine up a bit.
And a bit of organ.
And a bit of an organ, yeah. Finding cardigans. And then
oh, somebody's not over it. Oh dear.
Yeah. Anyway, go and have a look, because our Rewritten Instagram, I think, will just it will have stuff about the podcast and stuff and us together, which is really nice. So please keep on following that. We've been really lazy with it. This is why I'm sending you over to our personal ones, because we've created.
It's not laziness.
I was going to say we've created posts and we've created captions, but I have created posts and I have created captions, and I've just not had the headspace between all the jobs that I do to put them on. And I know Alex hasn't had the headspace either to be putting them on. So they just sat there in our WhatsApp group doing nothing.
Yeah, they are. And we will be better at this next month. Do you know what? I said this to Lisa at the start of before the podcast. I think August is really hard. I think it's hard to get like consistent with anything. Kids are off school, and even if you don't have kids, other people are away on holiday. Everybody's just chilled and in chilled mode, and those that aren't are busy like us.
Yeah, you're right. But oh my God, Alex, I've got to tell you this. I'm so sorry before I start, because you might hate me for it. But I was looking through, I'm trying to organise everything everywhere in my life, like digitally, and get my ducks in a row that I keep saying. But I found a really old video of me and you, and we were just about to do a podcast. It was really weird, because what caught my eye was it was 2023, and your hair, you were just growing your hair out, like you were just growing to curly hair, if you know what I mean. So I thought, oh my God, it was that long ago, because we were chatting about that last week. Anyway, I flicked it on to see what we were talking about, and it starts with, it's January. It was the 18th of January on this video, and you saying that you couldn't get into work mode. And I am saying, yes, somebody has booked up their Wednesdays, right? And you went, yes, I know, I have, and I shouldn't have done it, but it is temporary. It is just temporary. And I thought, oh, I looked at the date again, and I was like, that was January 2023.
Yeah.
That's 2 years that you did your temporary for.
Why? Well, they're not booked up now.
No, but they were for 2 years.
Yeah, they might have been.
Yeah, they were. They definitely were. And I honestly, it gave me that every week for 2 years. That flew by. That really
has gone quick. It has gone quick. Right, everybody, we'll see you in a few weeks. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow us on our personal Instagrams, follow us on Rewritten, and if you can leave us a little review for the podcast, make sure it's a good one. If you've got anything negative to say, don't listen, just go away.
Yeah, just get off. Fuck you. Hug the fucking moment. Fuck you and fuck off. I need a break. Right, bye guys. Thank you. No, seriously, thank you so much for listening. If you got this far, you are definitely not one of the people that we want to fuck off, unless you're one of our haters and you're just trying to like find something bad.
Then yeah, please feel free to just literally sound clip where Lisa tells you all fuck you. And add it anywhere you want. It's good for us.
Bye guys. Bye Alex.
Bye.